Pop superstar Taylor Swift formally endorsed Democratic candidate Phil Breedson over Republican candidate Marsha Blackburn in the upcoming midterm Senate election in her home state of Tennessee, describing herself as appalled and terrified by Blackburn's policies. In a long Instagram post, the 28-year-old singer said that certain events in her life had led to reveal her own political leanings, such as her belief that systematic racism in America remains terrifying, sickening, and prevalent. "I'm writing this post about the upcoming midterm elections on November 6, in which I'll be voting in the state of Tennessee," Taylor Swift wrote. "In the past, I've been reluctant to publicly voice my political opinions, but due to several events in my life and in the world in the past 2 years, I feel very differently about that now. I always have and always will cast my vote based on which candidate will protect and fight for the human rights I believe we all deserve in this country," the Grammy winner continued. "I believe in the fight for LGBTQ rights, and that any form of discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender is wrong. I believe that the systemic racism we still see in this country towards people of color is terrifying, sickening and prevalent. Her voting record in Congress appalls and terrifies me," she continued. She voted against equal pay for women. She voted against the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act, which attempts to protect women from domestic violence, stalking, and date rape. She believes businesses have a right to refuse service to gay couples. She also believes they should not have the right to marry. "These are not my Tennessee values." Swift concluded by urging people to educate themselves on candidates to ensure they aligned with their personal values. "I will be voting for Phil Breedson for Senate and Jim Cooper for House of Representatives," she summarized. Please educate yourself on the candidates running in your state and vote based on who most closely represents your values. For a lot of us, we may never find a candidate or party with whom we agree 100% on every issue, but we have to vote anyway." Swift's endorsement of Democratic candidates will come as a surprise to her fans, some of whom believed she was secretly a Republican or someone with conservative and libertarian leanings. However, she has previously spoken up on issues such as LGBT rights and even donated to the gun control campaign March for Our Lives. Many people also suspected she voted for Donald Trump after she repeatedly refused to denounce him while declining to comment on who she voted for during the 2016 presidential election. Last year, an editorial by The Guardian even described her as an envoy for Trump's values. According to polling data released over the weekend, Blackburn retains an 8-point lead over Breedson going into next month's election, with voters reportedly favoring her policies on healthcare, immigration, crime, and the Second Amendment.